Can we just introduce myself? I'm not introducing myself. I can. The brains and the looks for the Bible and passage.
Time for us to begin this session. Patrick so much. Patrick graduate Bible study. What a area for long
20 years.
20. That's family, but that's the difference. This is Bible student, family man, friend of preacher. Take any more of his time. Powerful work of prayer. How do you think? We think factual, but it's concentration. Or Old Testament realize that providence isn't that. But learn more, better.
I certainly appreciate that introduction by Wayne. I feel the same about him. What a blessing it is to know him and his family over these years. And as I look around the room, it's filled with friends, both old and new, and just excited for this opportunity. Before I get started, Wayne, if I can, I'm going to push Bible and passages for just a minute. For those who are not aware, John Moore has a work that he's entitled Bible and Passages, putting out video materials and things like that, and I've been blessed to be a part of that for several years. And we have just put out a new video on the Arch of Titus, which is really interesting. 3D models, Matt Kane at Worldview Bible School did all kinds of stuff. Really worth the time, about 10 minutes long. But if you search Bible and Passages, Arch of Titus, it'll come up, and I would suggest you do that. We also have a temple project where we talk about the temple of God from the tabernacle to the church. It's a 5-part series, really well done. So take time to see that. I really appreciate the chapter that was given to me, partly because I think it is one that is definitely needed. Because as we're going to see, it is perhaps one of the more difficult things when it comes to dealing with the work of God, and that is the internal conflicts and struggles that we face. Before we get there, though, it's worth noting that Nehemiah is fascinating because he faces all kinds of problems. Almost immediately, as he hears about the condition of things back in his home in Jerusalem, he is moved to do something about them, but you think about it, immediately he has to convince a king to allow him to go do this. Well, that's not an easy thing. He's just the cupbearer, right? He's a servant. He's expendable. Kings are moody at times, and they can take lives anytime they want to. And so just to simply approach a king with something like this is a difficult thing. And yet he's able to do that. Then they have to muster up the resources and get it from where they're going to where they're going. That is an undertaking in of itself. And then almost as immediately gets there, Sanballat and Tobiah begin to work against him. And they begin to bring pressure from the outside. And so he is facing all kinds of difficulties. And then chapter 5, I think we find what may be the biggest threat and the biggest difficulty that he'll face. Now, it's not the most dramatic one. I mean, you think about it, you